A team that had played together for a while, but this is the first time you played another team. I guess, did it feel like that out on the floor?
I mean, we've been with each other for a couple months. I mean, we've built a bond. We try to spend as much time together so it can look like that. I mean, we have a lot to build on. So I mean, just our biggest thing is that coach says to us is just have fun. We have fun sharing the ball, and that's what it showed today.
First of all, go Mets. Second of all, like that's just one of the beauties of you know, kind of what our practice has been looking like recently. Just kind of a ton of vibe play, so we've been able to learn from our mistakes and being able to be more connected in the court.
Thanks.
Eli?
Yeah, playing a team like Oakland that plays the 0-1-2-1 zone, what do you see from that? What did you like to see from that? And how was playing against it?
I mean, coaches, one thing coach wanted us to do playing Oakland when we decided to play Oakland was it's a kind of weird zone. So just, because you'll never know what we're going to see throughout the season and when it comes to March. So just working on little things like that, ball fakes, little things like that, and just taking care of the ball and getting over shots and working that zone.
We definitely know that Oakland will be, you know, a great team in their conference like they have been in the past. A great coach and for a great cause for getting harvest. I feel like helping families in need is something that, you know, everybody in this program, you know, loves to do. So I think it was for a great cause, and you know, we got a chance to go out there and compete.
Kevin?
Tre, you guys played at an incredibly quick pace with you being the beneficiary of a lot of easy buckets. Do you like playing at a quick pace like that? Is that kind of the type of play style where you kind of thrive in, would you say?
Yes, sir. It's fun. I mean, just to see like us being able to play fast, it opens up the court so much. And then if they slow us down, they slow us down. But coach preaches to me to play fast and help other guys get open, and it allows us to. It's fun to watch. So it allows us to be fun and exciting to watch and shoot a lot of threes.
Zach?
It seemed like Vlad was opening up a lot of things on offense for you guys and drawing a lot of attention. What can you say about his impact on offense?
I mean, Vlad's who he is. I mean, he brings so much versatility. I mean, he's 7'2", so you have to give him some attention, but it allows us to like have that post presence to get to suck the defense in, and we're being able to shoot how good we shoot the balls. We're able to get those kick out threes and knock them down, so it helps us a lot offensively.
I don't think Vlad gets enough credibility about how much of a leader and unselfish he is. He's one of the guys you want on your team instead of, you know, going against them, and he's been great for us as far as leading us. Like, everybody's kind of new to Coach May's system, but I feel like he's been one to give us some insight and make it a lot more clear for us.
When one of you guys kicks it to Sam Walters in the corner, what's your level of confidence that that shot's going to go in?
I mean, it's Sam. That's what Sam does. I mean, we're 100% confident in Sam.
Still got a tag though.
Yeah.
Still got a rebound.
Anything else for the players? All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Yes.
Is this easier?
Yes.
Should I sit there?
Thank you.
Okay.
Coach, if you want to open up with the thoughts on the game?
Well, it was a lot of fun to get out here and compete with these guys and see some carryover from practice and like Roddy said, for a great cause like Forgotten Harvest. And it's a big deal to play an exhibition game in Little Caesars Arena and have the people that were here watching, and we heard the Michigan fans supporting our guys. So overall, it's a great starting point. You never know as you get into the season where you are because you're playing against yourself every day. So encouraged by our performance and what we can be.
Alejandro?
You mentioned you don't know what you are until you play someone else. What were some areas that you were maybe more impressed by than you expected?
Personally, as a coach, I'm obsessed with guards rebounding down, and for Tre Donaldson to get 8 and LJ Kaysen to get 5. Typically, they're the ones that don't have to block out as much, the bigs, so they have an advantage, and so it's a matter of going in and helping your teammates and going and getting them, and it also just gives us such a head start on our transition offense. So, but to hold Oakland 2 for 30 from 3, the switching's new to almost our entire roster. I don't know if anyone on our team switched 1 through 4 last season or 1 through 5 at times like we did tonight, and we won't at times. But so we had some lapses, but that's for us to hold them to 2 for 30 is it's a testament to our communication, our activity, and just our overall awareness.
You saw a lot of different combinations, but as far as the rotation, are you experimenting, or is that similar to maybe what you expect to be in some of the early games?
No, we're still experimenting, and we'll take this game. And that's with our analytic company, we haven't had a chance to really play the 5-on-5 in practice without non-scholarship players, without having 2 or 3 guys out. So we don't really have a lot of data on our lineup combinations yet. So in probably 2 or 3 weeks, we'll have a better indication of these 2 guys really seem to play well together. This group, this small lineup has been very efficient, and maybe we go to that in spurts if we're struggling offensively. So we don't have that information yet. We have, just what meets the eye. But with foul trouble and fatigue with our pace, it's not as easy as it is for some other teams.
Andrew?
As far as the ball movement and the lack of even dribbling at times, it looked cohesive to me. I guess did it to you?
21 assists on 34 made field goals, and several of those made field goals were out in transition where you get a steal and a layup, there's not going to be an assist. So very pleased with the way we share the ball. In our locker room, in our coach's office, we just think that if you watch a team play and they look like they really enjoy passing the ball and they're skilled enough, there's a baseline of talent, which obviously we have a pretty high baseline of talent, then your chemistry is going to be better. You're going to have the mutual respect for everyone playing. You look at our balance, you look at the minutes. It's as long as we don't change our mindset and we stay with the same sharing approach, then we should be a good offensive team this year.
On the right?
Coach, your team shot well all night. 43% for the 43% for the whole game, 53% in the first half. Is that something that you were expecting, and how does that lay a foundation going forward?
We've shot it incredibly well in practice. We've shot it very well in practice. And we have guys that shot it well at their last schools. And then you never know how freshmen are going to shoot it in games. I was impressed with LJ Cason's aggressiveness. So no, the shooting wasn't a surprise. For us to turn it over 14 times tonight is probably too many. We got loose and careless a few possessions, but I thought even most of those would have led to dunks or layups. But the turnovers is something we've stressed because we do feel like we have a really good shooting team and a really good offensive rebounding team, and the turnovers obviously negate both of them.
Anthony?
Not the best day at the office from the free throw line. Has that been characteristic so far, or just kind of a bad day?
We've the 3 or 4 times we've scrimmaged and we've kept a lot. We've actually shot the free throws because with the way we practice, most of the time it's even 1 for 2, or we just give them 2 so we can continue to work on our conditioning and our pace. And I think yesterday we were 9 for 10. The scrimmage before that 2 days ago. The scrimmage before that we were 8 for 9. So no, this was hopefully this is an aberration. We're not going to talk about it a lot. We'll probably start getting more free throws in the flow of practice when they're winded. But the purpose of being the best team in April, we felt like getting our style of play and things like that are much more important than shooting fatigue free throws at this point in the season.
John?
You touched on LJ not knowing exactly what a freshman's going to do till he's out there. Can you expand on that? Like anything you do surprise you tonight?
No, just you hope what you see in practice transfers to the game, and it did. I thought he guarded the ball. His ability to get loose basketballs, he has a knack. A lot like John L. Davis we had at FAU, we'd laugh on the bench, there'd be a loose ball, and I'd tap one assist and say, I wonder who's going to get this one. LJ has that ability, and as you guys watch us play, I'll be surprised if there aren't loose balls in his area and he gets what's called a 50-50 ball. I would say he'll get 70, 80, 90% of them over his career just because there's something in his hands, his instincts, whatever it is, he just gets loose basketball. And I thought he got 3 or 4 tonight, which turned into extra possessions for us. So that was welcome. And then just his confidence. I thought he looked very confident for a freshman in an NBA arena in his first, I guess it's not a game, first live environment.
Eli?
Yeah, similar question to what I asked the players is, how do you game plan for a zone? Did you like the way that your team responded to a game plan that they may have, had in the college game? Yeah.
Well, the zone is just something different than we see every day. Just like the switching is probably different from what they see every day. So the live reps are invaluable because you know where to look, you know how to pass fake, if you stare down a pass, they're going to redrise and jump on it. So those are just things that we practice it, you talk about it, you show it on film, but until you see it and you get some reps and you learn from your mistakes and you throw one away and they say, oh yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Those are all healthy things at this time of year. And like I said, every year if you're in position to win a championship, you're going to be referring back to teams you played in November, December, January, whatever the case, because you're learning some lessons now. Hey guys, remember when we played Oakland and we had to find the holes in the zone in this area? Those same holes are going to be there in the second half tonight. Let's make sure, and then a reminder that when we cut and dive on that same play. So it's great just to refer back to as a coach, show them film, and it's familiar because they've done it.
We'll take two more. We'll go in the front and then Kellen.
Coach, there was a lot of intensity from your guards. You spoke of it a little bit earlier. Talk about how that helps the rest of the floor on defense when your guards are out there attacking people on that
Well,
side.
in their sets to get shooters, if you can guard the middle alley, the middle third one-on-one, it puts you in position where you can be a little more aggressive to take away the three. And I thought their guards went at us 2 or 3 times, and we did a really nice job of beating them to the spot and forcing tough mid-range twos. And so very, very pleased with that. I do think when we're not in foul trouble, then we can be a little more aggressive when they come in with their backup point guards. But tonight, because we seem to be in the bonus earlier than usual, we weren't able to get into the basketball with their second and third string point guards, which we'd like to do going forward.
You mentioned that you don't have the lineup data yet, but this was the first we saw Golden and Wolf playing together. What were your thoughts on what you saw from them? And then is the plan for them to start every game as 7-footers, or is it kind of a matchup-based kind of thing where you're throwing stuff out in an exhibition like this?
What were your thoughts?
I liked how they looked together, honestly. Yeah.
I thought they looked great together. They played very, very well. Obviously, there's going to be nights where there's going to be some matchup issues or certain things like that, but I can't imagine that anyone didn't watch those. There's probably 20 minutes combined or 18 minutes combined that they played, and they didn't have good chemistry together. And they're still figuring each other out. Danny did a couple things that were the way they played at Yale, which kind of disrupted our timing, but that's you need these game reps to learn from it. But I thought they looked great together. Danny's ability to play over the top of the defense, I think, is beneficial. You always wonder how he's going to move on the perimeter. He guarded fours. I thought he guarded the bounce well. I thought he covered the 3-point shooters, and then obviously 13 rebounds is impressive in 26 minutes. So overall, it's a good starting point for those guys. I don't think it was clunky at all with them in the game together.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.